All right.
Okay.
We did it.
Yeah.
We did it.
We did it.
They don't even know what we did, but we did it.
Yeah, we did it.
Yeah.
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 Yes.
There we go. Okay. One more Robbie. No, we need more Kyle, though. Less Robbie, more Kyle. There we go. The Kyle Show. Starting. Yeah. Robbie thinks I'm a football sled or something like that. Oh, God.
Yeah, that's better.
No.
No.
Can't see anything. I blinded Robbie. There we go.
Huh?
Now he's out for the
I
count.
can't see.
Okay. All right, now you can do the show, Robbie.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of On a Couch Talking Sports. Yes, we are back with another episode, and as always, that's Kyle. I'm Robbie. How you doing, bud?
I'm doing great. How about you?
Doing well. It is brutally cold outside. That's why I'm wearing this jacket indoors. But yeah, otherwise it's going well. It's going
Nice.
well. Winter is coming.
Oh yeah, we're about to face a bitter cold later on this, or actually tomorrow.
Well, winter's actually technically here, so I don't know if that line really works, but
Yeah.
it's okay. But speaking of winter and winter sports, I know, segue. So last week, Kyle and I had another opportunity to attend a fantastic sporting event that we, like we always seem to do on this show, want to now spend the next episode talking to you guys about. And this time, it was the Boston Celtics. Yes, that's right. Kyle and I last Thursday night, actually exactly a week ago tonight, believe it or not, we're at the TD Garden taking in the Boston Celtics versus the New York Knicks. It was a fantastic game. Lots of ups and downs and
It was epic.
crazy plays
Like, wow.
and everything. And the game actually ended up going to overtime because the Celtics made a big comeback at the end to force overtime. Unfortunately, the Celtics ended up losing by 3 points, but it was still was a fun take as always. So definitely would not trade it for anything. But yeah, Kyle, Celtics. Actually, I think the last time you went to a Celtics game was when you and I went last March to the Celtics.
Yep.
I went to a game in April myself. This was the first time since then that I'd been inside TD Garden at all. So it had been, like almost coming up on a year since either one of us had been inside TD Garden.
Mm-hmm.
And so let's just jump right into it, Kyle. Your thoughts on the game, the atmosphere, just anything, any way you want to go with this. Just your thoughts on the Celtics experience that we had a week ago tonight.
I really had a great time. I always love going to Celtics games, or Bruins games, or I just love the whole vibe of the Garden itself. No, it was just great seeing everyone out and cheering, and especially with it being a Celtics-Knicks game in particular. I feel like those games are always like a little bit more, just that much more intense.
Big rivalry.
Big deal.
Yeah. No, it is always epic when the Celtics and Knicks get together. They've been rivals for many years, and always a fun time when the Knicks pay us a visit, or when the Celtics go to Madison Square Garden. It really does not matter. You're always in for some good basketball when you see those two teams play, and that night was certainly no exception.
No, I mean, like, both teams, like, they played really, really well. It was really tough to tell who was going to come out on top of that game. And honestly, those are my favorite games to go to, just because, like, obviously it's great to see your team, like, win, like, just demolish the other team, like, but I don't know, for me, like, I like the games just as an experience kind of point of view. Like, I just like them, like the ones that really keep you on your toes a little more, the ones that you're like, oh my god, what's gonna happen, and that game was no exception. So, no, it was just great. It was, and I just love that. I was telling Robbie earlier. I love just the kind of the whole Boston crowd vibe. Like you could tell you were just in a whole, like you were just right in like, just right in the middle of the just like the classic Boston like they have a certain way of just like insulting. Like crowds always like obviously like cheer and insult the teams and stuff like that. But Boston just has a certain way of doing it, and it's just really magical.
It is certainly an experience to be at a Boston sporting event, just listening to the crowd and the people just they like to have fun, they like to get into it and be a bit rowdy at these games. I think the line of the night kind of both agree when one guy behind us said, I've seen more floppers at an IHOP or less floppers at an IHOP, whatever it was. Yeah.
Yeah, that was great. Come on, dude, or like just like yeah.
Yeah. So and we had this like little party behind us who just they were having a grand old time. I mean, I give them credit, but they were definitely were into it. And definitely were vintage Bostonians through and through. So
yeah, you can tell they've been a lot of games.
yes. But yeah, just the thing about that game was that it was kind of a roller coaster of emotions. I felt like because like
Very
the
much
Celtics
so.
started off strong, and then the Knicks kind of like surged ahead into the second half, and then the Celtics made a big comeback in the fourth quarter that tied the game, and then even in overtime, like the Celtics were winning early, and then like the Knicks got back into it, and then good old Jaylen Brown missed two free throws that could have tied the game, and then
Yeah.
and then the Knicks just were able to kind of hold on there at the end. So it was just one of those games where like I said, you were kind of on a seesaw of emotions. I felt like as that game went along, and that definitely. I mean, those definitely are the funner games to be at, like the back and forth, like down to the wire, close games. Win or lose. You definitely like to win, but even if you don't pull out the victory, it's still fun to like to be part of like a really close game. It
Yeah.
sort of keeps you on the edge of your seat. So
Definitely.
yeah, that was pretty epic.
Yeah, no, it was just a solid game. Like, I just like I love watching. I just love the fast paced vibe of basketball, and just like it's just a lot of fun. It's just if you guys ever get the chance, definitely go check out like any of those games. Just whether it's pro, just anything.
Yeah, no, you definitely should. And I think I was realizing that I think that was the first Celtics loss that I'd been to since maybe 2018 or like very early 2019.
Okay.
But more likely than that was 2018. But yeah, it was a typical Celtics Knicks game when it came down to it, and yeah, we definitely will be trying to hit up TD Garden again at some point down the road. I know Kyle and I have talked about maybe going to like a Bruins game or another Celtics game or something like that, because TD Garden just itself is always a fun experience.
Oh yeah. Especially even if you guys go there and like you gotta check out some of the food spots around there too. I know we talked about like the original North End Regina Pizzeria, and they got a lot of good spots, and of course Mike's Pastry. Like you got your you got your picks there. So
Yes. No, you absolutely do. 100% agree. And so, yeah, it was great night, great time. Any other final thoughts on
no,
the
it was
experience?
just, no. I'm just really glad we went,
Yeah,
and yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to some more games in the future. So
definitely, definitely. I couldn't agree more. So we'll leave it at that and jump into our second part of our show, as we always do, our favorite sort of end segments. And we'll start off with me with the Robbie's final thought, because uh, basically a year to the day that we had the same conversation last year. um,
oh, has it been?
yeah, literally it was like a year to the day.
Oh wow, I didn't realize that. Okay,
Yeah,
but
But anyway, sorry, I had a little like moment there where I just didn't know where I was going with that statement. But yeah, Tom Brady. If you've been living under a
You
rock
guys
or
knew
if
what he
you
was gonna
don't
say.
know, yeah, Tom Brady announced for the second time in a year's time that he is retiring from professional football. Here's my take on it, and I want to get Kyle's take on this as well, sort of a joint final thought here tonight. Um, I am more inclined to believe this time around that he's going to stay retired, just given the tone of his announcement video that he put out yesterday, and given just the fact that I mean, I think he should have stayed. If we're being honest, I think he should have stayed retired last year.
Agreed.
And yeah, I think there's a lot of people that would agree with that statement, and I don't know. I just think that given all that's gone on in his personal life over the last year, him and Giselle divorcing and stuff like that, it seems different this time. It seems more final, more permanent, and I know he's got a big um, announcing contract actually waiting for him at Fox. I think it's like a couple $100 million.
Oh,
So that could
interesting.
maybe be a little bit of a part of it too. You never know. But
Okay.
I mean, the guy is what, 45, 46 years old. I mean, he's done everything that he needs to do. He's accomplished everything like you can accomplish. I mean, he's won what, 7 Super Bowls. He's won all the MVPs that he's won. Like, he's just broken all these records. Like, he's done it all. I mean, he will go down as, in my mind, undoubtedly the greatest quarterback of all time. Bar, period, end of story.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like I said, I know a lot of people, myself included, have kind of either joked or said, like, oh, I believe it when I see it, blah, 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 blah. Like, if you had to ask me my true honest opinions, I think it's for real this time. I think that I don't think he's gonna come back from this one. Again, you never know, but I don't get that feeling this time around. Be a Kyle, I want, because I know I actually sort of texted you about this yesterday when the news first broke. So I just wanted to get your sort of in short and summary reaction to the second Brady retirement news of the last year.
um, I mean, I'll take it with a grain of salt. Because I don't know, he could. I'm sure that guy has so many plans. It's just like, so I don't know. Maybe I don't 100% believe him, but at the same time, I think you did make some great points that I mean, I didn't. I'll be honest. I didn't really see the announcement video. I just kind of found out through like news articles. But I mean, yeah, I'm. It's got to get to a point where it's like he can't just keep like retiring and then
Yeah, I
unretiring
know. Yeah.
and doing this whole song and
Some
dance.
point you gotta just do it and then be done. You
Yeah,
know.
just call it a day.
Yeah.
And yeah, like you said, he is at that age too, especially like he's in his mid 40s or so, and it's like, yeah, just throw in the towel. Just you did great. So I mean, I'll still take a little bit with a grain of salt, but yeah, I think he definitely should retire, and I do agree with you on what you said earlier. He should have retired earlier, but you know what? At the end of the day, it's his life, so I understand he wanted to play more football, but yeah, I think you know if it is his official retirement, then I'll say good luck to you, man, and
Yeah.
yeah, you
Yeah,
did.
we wish you well, Tom. Nothing but the best in retirement, and yeah, it's gonna be weird. Like, assuming he stays retired and is not on a football field. I think that's when it'll hit me, and like when I'll have kind of more of a bigger reaction to it is like next fall comes around, and like all of a sudden Tom Brady's like not on a football field somewhere after 20 plus years of him being on a field
Yeah,
every single fall like clockwork. So I
yeah.
think that's when it'll kind of hit me that, like, okay, this is for real this time. Like,
Yeah, like
so
this is
yeah, this is
it.
this is it. Um, yeah, thanks Tom for all the memories here in New England. We definitely are gonna miss you. And best of luck in retirement and your newest venture. So that is it for my final thought this evening. So I'm now going to turn over to Kyle for another, what I'm sure will be rousing edition of the Sue's Review. So Kyle, take it away.
All right, so I'm sure a lot of you have heard of the show called The Last of Us, and I'm sure you guys have also heard of the game, the very video game it's based on that came out on the PlayStation 3 and then eventually came out on PlayStation 4 and 5 and different remakes and remasters and all that stuff. So I was gonna kind of look into the game a little bit. I started playing the game, kind of before the show started airing. And I will talk about the show. I will. I kind of want to wait till the show's done just to kind of like review it as a whole. But I did want to kind of mention, kind of go over some of the experience I had just playing the game itself. And eventually I'll see if I can make like a little comparison between the game and the show and how similar and different it can be. But having said that, yeah, the game, it's basically based on this fungi zombie apocalypse. And you play as this guy, Joel, who's had a tragic past. And he eventually teams up with this girl, Ellie, who has a kind of a secret in sort of in a way in I don't want to get too much into story like spoilers, but she has like a secret that'll help potentially stop the zombie apocalypse that's going on. And the game is basically it's a third person kind of adventure shooter with a little bit of brawling elements here and there and some stealth elements. And it's made by Naughty Dog, who that's the studio, who made other really great games, like they made Jack and Daxter, the Precursor trilogy, Legacy, whatever you want to call those. I think they may have also made Ratchet and Clank. Correct me if I'm wrong. But they also made the famous Uncharted series. So they kind of got more into like cinematic style games. And I'll tell you, story wise, this game is very cinematic. It literally feels like you're playing a movie. And I think there is a lot of good with that. But one of my complaints is, having said that, it does feel a little too on rails. There's not a whole lot of exploration, at least, within the first 2 or 3 hours that I played. It plays well. The controls are great. The mechanics work really well. Like, technically, it is a great game, and the graphics are beautiful. Like, just traversing the whole, like, kind of apocalyptic wasteland that this game kind of shows is just like, whoa. It's just very and there's very tense situations, like you have to run away from the zombies, or even there's a section of the game where you have to hide from these like crazy SWAT people that are after you. So yeah, it's definitely got the intensity, like really great story, and just technically overall just a really great looking, great playing game. But I think it might be a little too on the rails at times. Like I like games that kind of give you a sense of exploration a little more. This game does a little bit. Like it lets you kind of like find some secret items here and there to help your character along the way. Whether it's like you're finding like currency, or you're finding like ammo for your weapons and stuff like that. But it's I think the second game, from what I hear, kind of addresses that a little bit. They do kind of give you a little more of an open world kind of vibe, if you will. It's honestly, though, I would still very much recommend it, especially if you're trying to get into the show like I am. Definitely check it out. Last of Us, PlayStation 3, 4, and it just came out PlayStation 5 actually just this past fall. So yeah, let me know what you guys think.
Very good. Very good. Yeah, you should do what he said. As I always say, because he knows what he's talking about much more than me. Don't do what I say, because I don't know anything about anything. Especially when it comes to like video games, and movies, and life.
Oh, you're the sports guy. I'm the entertainment guy. So
you are, yeah. No, you know. Like I said, I'm not kidding when I say, if you want entertainment ideas and all that good stuff, that he's your guy. I'm not your guy. I'm not that guy. I don't know that guy.
Which guy?
I don't know. That's it. I don't know. I don't even know who I don't know. But anyway, that just weird segue. As we're not weird. Side note aside. I don't know that. I don't think side note or segue are the right words, but just gonna roll with it. That is going to do it for tonight's episode. I did want to send a shout out to our two sponsors because I forgot to do that at the beginning of the episode. Zyman Organizing and Wes Woodson. Thank you as always for the support and for the sponsorship. We really appreciate you guys. And as always, shout out to the other 2/3 of the what we'll call Robbie, Kyle, Doug YouTube empire.
The RKD? RDK?
No. That was him. That was all
Sorry,
Kyle.
no.
That was all Kyle. No. Anyway.
Sorry, wait. Yeah. Anyway.
No.
I'm tired. DKR?
Just don't wait. If you want to send your letter, send it to Kyle. But anyway, sorry, almost butchered it there. Screen Time with Doug and Kyle, which has more great content coming soon, and it has a lot of great content from the past. Formerly known as Marvel at the Movies. And then Sports Blitz with Doug and I, which we will have more good stuff coming at you soon. What that means, timeline-wise, I can't tell you, but there will be more Sports Blitz coming soon, and it'll be good stuff. So, listen, as always, please feel free to like and subscribe, drop us a comment, ring the bell. We're here on YouTube, we're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, we're on Instagram. Just appreciate the support as always, and that is going to wrap it up for this edition of On a Couch Talking Sports. I want to thank everybody for tuning in, as always. And as always, that's Kyle. I'm Robbie. And we'll see you next time from the couch. Bye, everybody.